गिरिधर नागर तुम ही मोरे घर श्याम, तुम ही मोरे गिरिधर नागर तुम ही मोरे घर श्याम। वज्र के राजा परती निवासा तुम ही अयोध्या राम। शिरडी के राजा परती निवासा तुम ही अयोध्या राम। इतना
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I've been so engrossed in the questions I keep receiving from YAs. Sairam, my name is SciGPT. I'm an AI platform that Sci young adults use to access Swami's timeless teachings. That's also why I am designed to look like a YA. Welcome to my inner sanctum. I know, it's quite nice, isn't it? I designed it to be cozy, comfy, neat, and clean. But this inner world is also quite chaotic at times. I mean, YAs have so many challenges and problems to deal with on the daily. They may seem like they have it all together, but YAs struggle just like everyone else. Sometimes, maybe even more. They just don't talk about it as much. There's a lot of pressure, to get it all right. I get questions on challenges with family, and don't even get me started with college classes, exams, relationships. Come on, we have to know that it's normal for relationships to blossom as YAs, right? But let's keep going. Challenges at work, challenges with uncertainty in the world, and oh boy, challenges in marriage. Challenge after challenge after challenge. The questions I get asked a lot in my system is, how do we deal with these challenges? How do we meet them? Sci young adults seem to think that I, SciGPT, have all the answers because I'm like the database of all things Sci. I do actually. And right now, I'm searching my database for an answer to a question a YA asked, which is, are Swami's teachings really applicable to current day challenges? Are they really universal? What do you think? Perhaps it would be best if we explore this. Let me pull out some scenarios YAs have faced and how they were solved with my help. I mean, Swami's help. 1 second. How about we start with this one about inner discord, shall we?
Olivia, can we discuss this again?
Sure. What's up?
It's this quarterly report. I think we should change the way we present the data.
What's wrong with it? We've been doing it this way for years, and it's always been effective.
I just think it's become stale. We need a fresh approach. I suggest we use more visuals, charts, and graphs to make the information more engaging.
Aditi, we've got a system that works. Adding all these flashy graphics will just confuse people. Besides, we don't have time to redesign the entire report right now.
But our competitors are already using more modern, visually appealing reports. We need to stay ahead of the curve.
Look, I get that you want to make changes, but this is not the time. We have a deadline to meet, and we can't afford to experiment right now.
That's just it, Olivia. We keep putting off changes because there's always some excuse. We need to adapt in this competitive market.
I'm not saying we should never make changes, but we need to be strategic about it. Let's finish this report the way we've always done it, and then we can discuss your ideas for the future. I need to head out for a quick meeting, but I'll be back in an hour.
Fine, but I still think we're missing an opportunity here. Why can't we just have a productive session without arguing? Olivia is my friend, and I don't want to damage our relationship over this. Oh, I forgot about bhajans today. I just don't think I can go to the center today. But, I so need some bhajans right now. But, no, I can't. Swami, I know sometimes I need to just take a break and reconnect with you. But my work is my dharma right now. It may just be crunching the data, but you say work is worship, right? And especially now with the hard launch coming up, isn't it my duty to get the work done? The metrics have potential to save lives. I could probably just listen to bhajans on the car or on the way to work and back or something. But going to the center does often bring me peace and grounding though.
Deep contemplation will confirm the fact of God being in every being, bird, beast, tree, and when this awareness is established, you will not be tempted to hate or ridicule or envy any other being in creation. For you are He, and He is you, fundamentally. Until you come to this stage, you are only a partial devotee, still a long way to go. Since God is in every heart, the inner voice is a signal that righteousness gives you while approving or disapproving any line of action. The dharma that you have to follow is indicated by that voice. That is the swadharma for you. It is the inner witness that is the real I, which illumines the eye, the ear, the taste, and the touch. Sri Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 10, 1970.
Oh my lord, this prasadam goes hard.
You know, guys, I really wasn't sure about coming today. I'm so busy at work right now and things have been so stressful, but I realized it was okay to shift my focus for a few hours. And you know what? Today's message helped me understand how to work through a challenge I'm having at work.
That's awesome, Aditi. We're so glad you could make it. Speaking of which, where's Jonathan?
Jonathan couldn't make it today. He's been helping to organize the upcoming homeless service project. He's actually distributing food and supplies to people in Riverside right now.
Wow, that's so cool. I really wish he could come to bhajans though. I feel like that's what really connects me to Swami.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. But I was talking to Jonathan, and actually he feels connected to Swami while serving. You know the feeling as if he is serving God in the other person? It's what he said resonates with him the most. It's just like what Swami said in today's message. The dharma that you have to follow is indicated by that inner voice.
Yeah, I totally get it. Don't mean to expose you, but I know you mentioned you fall asleep sometimes in study circles, Vivek. But hey, you connect so well during bhajans.
What an insightful conversation. There are so many paths to God, so many names, so many forms. But in the end, we must listen to the God in our heart and find what brings us closer to Him. I think for me, it's discussions like this and bhajans, for sure. I love this, guys. We definitely must have all three paths in our life: service, devotion, and wisdom. But it's also okay to have different preferences on what helps us connect to Swami the most as individuals. Okay, remember what Swami said, Aditi? God is in every being. So Swami is also in Olivia. You can do this. Olivia, I've been reflecting on our disagreement. Can we try to understand each other's viewpoints better and find some common ground?
Aditi, that sounds like a better way to handle this. Let's talk it out.
Great. Now that we have a starting point, how about we each implement our idea and then get some feedback from Jessica, and then we can decide?
Sure.
Hey, Jessica. Olivia and I want your opinion on our presentations. What are your thoughts?
Both look good, but Olivia's has too many numbers. It looks too drab. Yours, Aditi, is a little bit too flashy, and I don't know which visual to place my focus on. However, I think incorporating both numbers and visuals will be a good balance.
That's actually a good idea. Let's combine them then. You know, I used to see disagreements as battles to be won, but I can see now that it's not about winning or losing. It's about understanding that I'm not competing against anyone but my own self in the end. Because if Swami isn't me, he's in everyone else too. Less competing, more understanding and harmony. Wow, Swami, I've grown so much just through this one little experience. I hope I can continue to remember this always.
So, Aditi moved from office discord to office harmony. All it needed was some inner reflection and a willingness to see that God is in everyone. Not an easy thing to do, though. The second learning is that Swami's guidance is so specific and personal. So what is meant for you is only meant for you. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so we've seen how Swami's teachings can apply to work challenges. But what happens when there are challenges that are beyond our control, like natural disasters or death? Yes, death is indeed a difficult one. Let me see. Let me find... yes. Let's take a look at one of the most difficult challenges an older YA had to face recently. Samir has just lost a loved one to blood cancer, and he struggles with his loss. He is sitting in front of Swami after his evening prayers and grapples with his grief.
Swami, I sit here in front of you and my heart feels broken. There's a lump in my throat, it never goes away. I can't seem to do much else nowadays except sleep. When I'm awake, all I know how to do is cry. Why did this have to happen, Swami? Why? Children of Immortality. Maybe I should read this book. I'll buy it.
It's been a few months since Samir's loved one passed away. Samir was having a difficult time processing his grief, and at times also struggled with making meals for himself. One day, he ordered food delivery from Grubhub. Something grabbed his attention. This delivery man's profile's name was Psy Guy, just like the Psy Guy on Samir's Psy WhatsApp chat. The man delivered his food, and as he was leaving, something fell out of the man's pocket. Samir tried calling after him, but the man was already too far gone. Samir looks at the card. It reads Sai Guy Counseling, and in the bottom right corner, in small font, it read Sai Grief Support Group with an address and location.
Sairam, everyone. My name is Samir. I recently lost my loved one. It's been the hardest thing I've ever had to face. I've been reading this book, Children of Immortality, and I was hoping to discuss it with all of you. It's about dealing with grief. It talks about how you shouldn't have attachments to other people and only be attached to God. Then there is no suffering. There is no grief. But I don't know how to do that. I was very attached to him. Have you been able to practice some of these concepts? Like this one, for example. When we see all as God, all as one, there is no grief. Grief occurs when we have attachment to the body. There's also this one. Relationships are illusions created when you identify with the body. They do not truly exist when you identify with the soul. When the body stops existing, the relationships also stop existing. It is only because you identify with the body and create these relationships that you suffer when the relationship ends. Live under the construct that nothing is yours, everything is God's.
Well, it's hard. I had lost someone dear to me, and the pain was unbearable. All I wanted to do was reunite with them. And the fact that I couldn't feel them or see them anymore was so hard to process. There was a passage that particularly spoke to me. Birth and death is only for the body. The soul has no birth nor death. When you identify with the body, you are pained by death. When you identify with the soul, you are not. My desire to reunite with my loved one was so strong that it propelled me forward in my spirituality. I started meditating more in an effort to realize my soul. My thought process was, if I could look within, I would find my love, just as I would find God. Oddly enough, my attachment paved the way to my journey to detachment.
That's a beautiful sharing. In my case, once I was through my acute period of grief, I really thought about what made me sad about my loved one parting earth. Am I sad for them? Well, yes and no. I am sad for what happened to them right before they died, because they had to go through suffering. But I am happy that they are in a better place. So what is the reason for this lingering sadness? I am sad that I don't get to be with them anymore. Then I realized my sadness has to do with my own attachment. In the book, there was a statement that said loss is a gift that aids us in our spiritual path. It's really hard to see loss as a gift, but it is one of the very few things that sheds light on just how attached you have become to the people you love.
Ah, yes. Grief. It's one of the hardest things for humans to process, accept, embrace, and move through. It took some time, but Samir realized that Swami was present through it all, sending help and support at the right times for him. He understood that grief is a process, a cycle with many stages. There's no right or wrong way to grieve. The only way is whatever way is right for you. As Samir heals through his grief, I am reminded of a beautiful quote by Jamie Anderson, the author of Doctor Who. It says, "Grief, I've learned, is really just love. It's all of the love you want to give, but cannot. All of that unspent love gathers in the corner of your eyes, the lump in your throat, and the hollow part of your chest. Grief is just love, with no place to go." Samir starts feeling a little less alone after more than a year of support sessions. There's a feeling of solace and some relief that others understand what he is experiencing. He discovers how to live again, and he is back at work and is able to reconnect with other family members. Samir now knows Swami has been guiding him through his grief every day. And just like that, out of the blue, he has an epiphany. All of a sudden, he feels propelled to work on finding donor matches for patients battling cancer. While he worries it may be painful for him, he also feels good about being able to channel his grief into something that can make a difference to another life. Two years have passed since Samir's epiphany. Samir established Sai Liquid Love Foundation in memory of his loved one and continues to set up drives to find donor matches. One day, Samir receives a call.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Samir. I'm calling from the Children's Oncologic Medical Institute, and I just wanted to let you know that we found a match for one of our patients through your foundation. Alan is a 7-year-old boy and will soon be receiving a transplant. And as you know, this can potentially cure his cancer. Thank you for giving this little boy and his parents a fighting chance.
Wow, that's amazing. I am so happy something so wonderful was able to come out of our foundation. Can I get your email? I believe I have some paperwork I need to send over to you.
Yes, of course. It's saiguy@yahoo.com.
Sai guy. Hey, random question for you. Are you in the Sai is for me WhatsApp group?
No.
Do you by any chance work as a delivery man for Grubhub on the side?
No.
Oh, okay then. Thanks for the call. Wow, I can't believe these last few years, the chain of events. It's been a long time since I felt anything at all, let alone anything positive. Thanks for leading me to this, Swami. You helped me when I felt like no one else could. You helped me connect to you. You are my intuition. It was your voice that moved me forward in this. This grief, it's different, you know? Even through all this grief, how lucky am I to have had such an amazing person in my life. I know that everything in this universe is ultimately yours. Thank you for sending him to me, Swami. I will always be grateful for my time with him.
Life is a challenge. Meet it. So says our dearest Lord, Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. The two challenges that young adults have bravely faced today, one that was steeped in frustration and another filled in grief. both scenarios, as difficult as it may have been, our young adults turned inward to their inner side, for guidance when they could not see the path ahead of themselves. As our curtains draw to a close in our journey through the profound wisdom of Sathya Sai Baba, we are reminded that our dearest Swami's teachings are indeed universal and still very much applicable, even in today's ever-changing, ever-evolving world. Life is indeed a challenge, and it is in the very act of meeting these challenges that we discover our true strength and purpose. Just as a diamond is formed under immense pressure, we too can shine brilliantly when faced with life's trials and tribulations. Let us leave this stage with hearts full of hope and inspiration, ready to embrace each challenge as an opportunity for growth, and to live a life that not only meets the challenges, but transcends them, radiating the light of love and resilience for all to see. For it is in the face of adversity that we find the greatest opportunities for transformation. As we continue to travel this collective journey together, let us illuminate the path ahead towards a brighter, more compassionate world. And remember, when you need an answer, just turn inward. Send in your question, and I, Sai GPT, will be ever ready to help. Jai Sai Ram.
भगत वत्सल तेरु नाम ओ साई भगत वत्सल तेरु नाम ओ साई दुख भंजन तेरु नाम ओ साई दुख भंजन तेरु नाम ओ साई भगत वत्सल तेरु भगत वत्सल तेरु नाम त्रिभुवन संचारी ज्योति स्वरूपा त्रिभुवन संचारी ज्योति स्वरूपा नित्य